Incendiary out!
What's up, everyone? Today we're back with another Critical Ops Update video. And this one is a big one. Update 1.49 is the first update of the year from Critical Force, and trust me, it's packed with some exciting stuff. We've got a new utility, some changes to the meta, and even a brand new agent. I know you guys are excited, so let's dive right into it. Meta changes. First things first, let's talk about the meta changes coming with this update. 4 guns are getting some tweaks. The U ratio, AR-15, AUG, and SG-551. U ratio. This one's getting a small nerf. The magazine size is getting dropped from 10 bullets to 7. So, you've got 3 fewer shots to miss now. Not that that'll be a problem for some of you, right? AR-15. In my opinion, this gun is getting a solid buff. The minimum damage is increasing from 33 to 35.1, and the recoil is going to be easier to handle. I think this will definitely make it a more viable option for players, especially in force rounds. Personally, I've been using it, and I'm liking it a lot. It might even beat the M4 in some situations, AUG and SG-5511. These two are getting some pretty significant nerfs. The recoil is going to be harder to control now, but the damage stays the same. You'll need to work on mastering the new recoil if you want to keep using them effectively. Utility purchase limits. Another change worth noting is that Critical Ops is putting a cap on how many utilities you can buy per round. You can now only get 1 frag, 1 smoke, 1 incendiary, and 2 flashes per round. Keep an eye on the buy menu, because it'll show how many of each utility you can still buy. Once you reach the limit, they'll turn gray. So, no more stacking nades to your heart's content. Incendiaries. Speaking of utilities, let's talk about incendiaries. They're finally making their way into the game. And no, they're not Molotovs. They're incendiary grenades, so get it right. These things will activate as soon as they hit the ground, and while they can bounce off walls, they can't bounce on the floor. If you see one land near you, get out of the way fast because the fire will spread once it's triggered. Don't worry though, smoke grenades can put out the fire. The fire radius is 6 meters, and it lasts 10 seconds. If you're unfortunate enough to be caught in the flames, you'll take 8 damage every 2 seconds, so you'll need to get out fast. About 2.5 seconds is the max you can survive in the fire. And here's a heads up. Incendiaries can burn teammates too, so be careful with those. But if you're running a custom room, you can turn off that feature. New agents and audio changes. Now, let's move on to some new agents and changes to agent audio. First up, we've got Hesu. Unfortunately, we don't have access to her yet in this build, but she's going to be an exciting addition. She's from South Korea, and she's joining the coalition as an energetic, unpredictable agent. Unlike the usual serious agents, Hesu is quick-witted and doesn't shy away from challenging authority. She thrives in chaos and is always the first to charge in and the last to back down. We've also got Arctic versions of Rookie and Nomad. These two are now equipped for the coldest environments, ready to tackle high-risk operations in sub-zero temperatures. Arctic Rookie has advanced cold weather gear, while Arctic Nomad uses scavenged, insulated gear to outmaneuver enemies in the harsh snow and ice. Also, all agents are getting some updated voice lines, with a more consistent style across the board. And yes, Rookie and Nomad have new voice actors, connection indicators, and HUD updates. There are also some updates to the HUD and other parts of the game. One of the most notable is the return of connection quality indicators. These first appeared back in Update 1.2, way back in 2019, And now they're back with a fresh look. If you see a yellow Wi-Fi icon, it means your ping is high. And if it's red, you might start rubber banding. If you don't see an icon but still experience connection issues, Critical Force is asking you to submit video evidence through in-game support. There's also an updated frag grenade visual with less smoke around the explosion, making it clearer when the grenade goes off. As for the HUD, there's now a dedicated scoreboard button, so if you're a claw player, you won't accidentally hit the scoreboard while reaching for other buttons. Plus, you can now move and customize your buttons in the HUD customization screen. No more worrying about accidentally hitting Reset to Default. You can now shift those buttons out of the way. Map updates. Now, let's talk about the maps. There aren't any huge game-changing updates, but there are some fixes and improvements here and there. For example, Legacy and Grounded both have some tweaks, like fixing wallbang issues and improving certain areas to make gameplay smoother. Other maps, like Canals and Castello, also received some fixes for stuck spots and improved ambiance. In Grounded, the glass near the Coalition spawn has been replaced with a solid wall, and in Heat, they've fixed issues with unreachable dropped items. Plus, Village now supports Wingman mode, and there are some new changes in Raid, like fixing stuck spots and some visuals. Minor bug fixes, and last but not least, there are some minor bug fixes, like hiding input device indicators for touchscreen devices and cleaning up the HUD a bit. All right, that's a wrap. Critical Force has really packed a lot into this update. Let me know in the comments which feature you're most excited about. And don't forget to check out Stump's video on incendiary lineups once you're done here. I'll leave the link in the description and the card above. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.